What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's your boy DC the Cool, banging up another video. Today's topic is PlayStation. Sony PlayStation. So, you guys probably already heard, but PlayStation decided to discontinue, get rid of, stop, halt physical copy games. And people are not happy, including myself. Sony is ending physical disc production for new PlayStation games in January 2028, while PS3 and PS Vita stores will also begin closing from 2026 into 2027. Bruh. So they announced this news, and it's just a Facebook post, but they have an official post on their Twitter. It had over 40 million views when I saw it. So not only did they announce that they're stopping physical games, in the very same update, they announced that they're closing PS3 Vita stores and 500 movies that people have purchased from the digital video library are being taken away because they did not renew the license. What a great vote of confidence from that one. Now let's take a look here. God of War Ragnarok, PlayStation Store, right? This game is old, at least 3 or 4 years old now. I believe this came out in 2023 or 24, somewhere around there. No, 22 or 23. I think I forget which one. A couple years old. $70 in the store, right? This is an older game, a few years old, still in the PlayStation Store right now, and this joint is $70. And this has been on PS4, PS5, and PC. Now, if you go to a different retailer, what do you see here? $27.64, much cheaper, and it's the actual physical version with the true ownership. So you will truly own the game, the PS5 version of the game, and it's only $27.64 plus a little tax, of course, after the shipping and stuff, but way cheaper than paying $69.99, basically $70 plus tax, and you get the true ownership. Let's look at Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, basically Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, right? Now it's about a year old or so now, getting about a year old or so now, so I understand a little bit more why it's still pricier, but we're gonna go ahead and look at this at $69.99. PlayStation Store, $70, right? Okay, you might say that's cool. It's a standard edition, whatever the case may be, right? Yeah, $827. So it's almost a year old now. If you look at it on Amazon, what do you see? The physical copy for only $25. Would you look at that? And you can get sent to you right overnight. So barely any wait. So if you look at these two examples here, there's no contest. You can get the same game for cheaper with true ownership of the game that you can have forever, unless you decide to trade it in, sell it, whatever the case may be, your choice, and much cheaper. Right? This meme is so accurate now, from Homelander. Haha, the game came with a little book back in 2010. Where's the little book at? 2020. Where's my game? 2026. Insanity. We have completely gone overboard. We have completely jumped the shark. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, this doesn't affect me. I'm only all digital library. Now, I understand that. That's your business. But for people it does affect, this is our problem. So I looked into this. I want to know for sure. Because, there's a lot of talk and stuff. I had debates with friends, stuff like that. So I want to see for myself. So I said, let me look into this. No. Sony does not lose money on physical copies of games. In fact, physical media, while a declining segment of the market, has historically been a profitable revenue stream. So they are not losing money on physical games, because some people try to say the shipping, the cost, the case is costing them money, the money isn't worth it, this, that, and the third. That's been some people's arguments on why they're stopping physical, right? So I looked into it for myself, and that's not the case. Look at this. During the 2025 calendar year and corresponding financial report, Sony generated approximately $1 billion with a B, $1 billion, specifically tracking around $945 million to $1 billion in revenue from physical game software sales. Despite a drastic shift in player behavior, physical media remains a sizable market, while PlayStation is selling nearly 70 million disc-based game copies globally throughout the years. So they have made $1 billion just last year in 2025 on physical games. So this narrative that physical games don't sell or nobody buys physical anymore, although it's a smaller part of the market now than ever before, I agree with you on that, is nonsense and a bald-faced lie. In fiscal year 2025, ending March 31st, 2026, a couple months ago, Sony's Game and Network Services PlayStation segment achieved a record operating profit, meaning they're making more money than ever before. The division has consistently brought in between $20 billion and $30 billion in annual revenue, supported by a record 132 million active users on the PlayStation Network. More people on PlayStation Network than ever before. Sony is bigger than ever before in the PlayStation division. Where are they losing money at? The fact of the matter is this: they're pulling this because they're trying to piggyback off the success of GTA and what they've pulled, and they want more money. They're not losing money. They're making more money than ever before. The more people on their PlayStation Network than ever before who are logged into their account who's active, meaning they actually are active. These are not counting people who've been on PlayStation Network and are ghosts. Active users, people are actually on here signing in and out, doing stuff. So this is nothing more than a money grab. They are not losing money. They're not hurting. They are doing fine. This is nothing more than, instead of making a bunch of money, they want to make even more money. They want to make all your money instead of getting a piece of the market with physical game sales. They want that last 15%, and they want to take 100% of the profits from themselves and get rid of all mom and pop shops, all brick and mortar shops, and bend us over the coals. That's all this is. It's a money grab. It's corporate greed. That's what it is. There's no other two ways around it. Now, Sony's facing a bunch of class action lawsuits right now. I'm hoping these people win and a lot of stuff gets overturned. I think that I know digital's the future, this and that. It was coming one day. I agree with that. I understand that. But I do think this is the wrong time to pull this, because this, quite frankly, has been the worst generation for Sony, especially their output, gaming output. They cancel more games than they've put out. You know, with the live service initiative and factions, and Marathon is dead on arrival, and Destiny 2 ain't made money in years. It hasn't been good for them this generation, really. So to me, this should have happened after the PS6, not right now, because the physical market, as you've seen with evidence, is still thriving and more than profitable. So now, if it closed down to that 1 billion was like a million, 2 million or something like that, it was okay. I could see maybe, okay, fine. But $1 billion, come on, man. There's no excuse for doing this. So I hope they get overturned in some of these lawsuits, because we need to have some parameters, some actual rules of digital gaming, the digital era. You shouldn't be able to just take somebody's stuff. It should be, if you buy it, you own it, and not renting the license. It should be, at least, if they're going to take something away, like not renewing the movies, okay, you have to give those people back some kind of store credit. Something, not just, well, too bad. I don't agree with that. But this is my opinion. Tell me what you guys think. It might not affect you. I got physical copies. I do physical. I have some digital too, but I mostly do physical, unless the copy is only digital. But tell me what you guys think. Till next video, like, share, subscribe. I want to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out.